Hello and good afternoon, class. How are you doing? I hope that you are fine and in good health. Today we're going to continue our lessons on to Unit 4, which is on page 50 to 52 in your books. On Unit 4, titled Changes in the Classroom, Schools, and the Community. Well, for our first video, we're going to be talking about changes in the classroom and the school only. Changes. What does changes means? I know you understand. Changes means things are evolving and things are gradually moving along with different things. So, let me ask you this question. How are things changes in your classroom and at your school? Can you give me a hint or give me some suggestion how are things changing? Well, for one, I can tell you that by the way things are changing because of this viruses that's going on, we are now doing online classes. These are how things are changing. Now I'm teaching you through online. So as you can see, things are gradually changing in our environment. Things are changing in our community, which also affects the classroom and affects us studying. But as I can see, we have adjusted. That means we are getting used to these changes. We have adjusted to this online teaching. So this is real life situation where we are adjusting as they come. And on our study today, I listed some key words in your books that maybe you might have difficulty understanding. So I wrote them down so we can discuss it through our Telegram post, and we can also go into Zoom. Hopefully you can join me right now and discuss these words as we do our lessons. So can you bring out your book and turn to page 50? Okay, I got my book here. On page 50, it's entitled Unit 4, and our titles are Changes in the Classroom, School, and the Communities. On this first video, we're going to talk about changes in our school. Changes in our school. Can we go to page 50 and can we read the first paragraph together? Okay, I'm going to read it and I hope you can read it along with me so you get some better understanding, and I will explain to you more about the first reading sections. Okay, are you ready? Starting from the paragraph. Individuals and groups of people who cause changes in the classroom are your teachers, class leaders, and classroom members. Some positive changes in the classroom that result from the decisions of classroom members through a democratic process are activities related to learning which result in exchanging of opinions and increasing of knowledge, organize students for classroom cleanings and orderliness, a mediator to sort out conflicts between students in the classroom. Therefore, they can reconcile with each other without divisions. And the last paragraph, order and disciplines of students in the classroom. Activities that build relationships so students have good feelings toward each other and have better relationships. So, through our reading, we came up with 3 words. I came up with 3 words that can help guide you through this exercise. A democratic process, as I word here. We're gonna not be talking about democratic process as in government, but we can talk about democratic process inside our classroom. I could say here, a positive changes in the classroom that result from decision of the classroom member through a democratic process. So let me explain to you about a democratic process in the classroom. For example, if I have all the girls in one section and all the boys in one section, and if the boy and the girl that disagree, so that means they have an agreement, not an agreement with an issue in the classroom, talking about who should speak first. For a democratic process, I want each group to raise their hand or have a voice saying who will read first. So a democratic process means everybody have a voice, everybody have an opinion, and whoever have the majority, just say if the boys raise up 6 hands that agree on one subject and the girls raise up 5 hands that agree on one subject, that means the boy wins because the boy has the majority, the boy have more votes. That is a democratic process. Democratic process means everybody have an equal vote, but the one with the majority, that means the one with the most votes, win. I hope you understand that, and that's how we usually do at school. If I have an assignment, and I have 2 different assignments, and I ask all the students which assignment they like better. If 7 students say they like A, and 5 students say they like B, I will give A as their assignment because 7 students raised up their hand for assignment A. That is some democratic process I have ways in the classrooms. I hope you understand that, and if you have more questions about a democratic process in a classroom, please join me in Zoom and I will discuss this more with you. And the word mediator. What is a mediator? What is a mediate? Can you give me any clue, any guess on that? Well, if you say a mediator is some person or someone in the middle of something, you are correct. A mediator is a person in the middle who sets agreement between 2 individuals. For example, like again, between my girls and my boys. If the girl and the boys have argument about something in the classroom, a mediator is, for example, someone like the teacher. I can come into the middle and ask the girl what is their problem, and ask the boys what are their problems. And as a mediator, I will come up with a decision on how to solve the problem. So it is somebody in the middle to solve a problem from the girls or from the boys. That is a mediator. Discipline. I know what you know what disciplines mean. Disciplines mean you have to act properly within the rules of the classroom. If you break the rules or if you disagree with the rules or violate the rules, I will discipline you. That means I will sort of like punish you, send you to the principal, or even send you back home or give you extra assignments. That is part of my discipline. So it is a form of punishment for you violating the laws of the school. And through your readings on page 50 to 52, all talks about changes in the classroom and how we can solve these changes and how we adjust these classrooms. And after we read this, page 50 to 54, and we discuss this in Zoom, I have the first task for you. And this first task, I have written 3 questions down where you can answer this with your explanation. And you will be given 30 minutes to answer these questions. And once you have completed this question, you can forward it to my personal telegram, and I will correct it and go over your feedbacks with you. Again, please send it to my personal telegram, then do not send it to the telegram posted for everybody else. Till our next video, bye. Hello class, welcome back to our second video for today's lessons. As you can see, our first videos we talked about changes in the schools and the classroom. Now on to our second video, we will be talking about changes in our communities. As we have discussed for the past few weeks about community is a place where we live together. It's about our cities and the place we were born at. Okay, in our communities is on page 51 and 52. Can you bring out your book? Turn to page 51 and 52. And the bottom of page 51, subsection number 2, talks about our communities. I'm going to read the first paragraph with you so you have a little understanding about how changes are happening in our community. If you want, you can also read with me. Let's begin from the bottom of our page in changes in the community. Positive changes in the community result from the decision of individuals and group of people who are responsible and public-minded. They help develop the community in the following ways: creating love and harmony in the community by adapting or adaptable to changes that take place continuously, collaborating to benefit all people. So, in the community, the way we act, the way we behave, should benefit not just you or your family, should benefit everybody in the community. And like how we said in our first video, how can we make that better? How can we behave in the community to make our community better, to make it safer for everyone also. They are listed, suggested in this book, many ways that we can do that. But how can you, as an individual, make your community better? I can give you one example, just for me, by doing one small thing a day can also add on to our community being better. For one, like we talked about trash. Instead of throwing my empty water bottle away on the streets, I can just take my bottle and throw it in the trash bin. Just one small deed can help build or create a better community. So what can you do as a person to help make your community better? It doesn't have to be grand, doesn't have to be big, but one small suggestion every day can help build the community. That is what's suggested in our book, Learning Today. For each individual to do one thing a day to help build your community. And after you read your pages on page 51, 52, for our task 2 here, I have 3 questions that's pertaining to making our community better. The first question I wrote, can you give a suggestion? I mean, give me something, give me one thing for how you can make changes in the community which will result in progress and development. So what can you do as a person to help build your community? That is the first question. The second question, how should you behave in the community to make it better? Through our discussions on Zoom and on Telegram, you have already answered me this question, but now I want you to write it in your notebook and submit it to me. Question number 3, how can we preserve the Khmer cultures here in Cambodia? So, Cambodia and all of Southeast Asia have a real fine cultures on the way we live, the way we act, the way we play our music, the way we dance, and even culture going to the temple. So how can we preserve it in Cambodia, and how can we preserve it so we can pass it along to our children and grandchildren? That is question number 3. I want you to write this answer in depth and with some meaning more than just a yes or no questions. You will be given 40 minutes to complete this task. Once you completed this task, you can post it on our Telegram post so all of us can see your answers. So we will know how your ways in developing our communities and in your ways preserving the Khmer cultures. So thank you, and I will wait to see your answers. Till our last video, bye. Hello class, and welcome back to our last video for this lessons. This lesson we have talked about changes in our school and our communities. And we went over some keywords that help you guide with your readings. If you have any more questions concerning our first and second video, please let me know and we will review it together. And we can also go back to Zoom and review it together. And for our last video, yes, we always have homework. And today's homework will be on page 53. So can you bring out your book to page 53? Page 53 have 5 questions. And you can answer these questions from our reading from our first videos and our second videos. Again, you will have till the start of next week's class to submit me your homework. Once you submit it to me, please submit it to my personal Telegram so I can correct it and give you back your scores and some feedbacks. Okay, this is the end of our lessons. If you have any more further questions or concerns, just let me know and I will guide you through your questions and your answers. Thank you. Until we meet again next week, be safe and stay healthy. Bye.